What's up, guys? This is Brad with Retire with Crypto. If you're new here, please like and subscribe and write I subscribed in the comments. Now, I want to go over some Binance assets that have both held up pretty well through the dip or that I'm buying from the dip. I definitely don't think that the shift to Binance is dead. I think it was interrupted by Daddy Bitcoin taking a dump this week. It was also interrupted by total saturation with all these yield farms. There are some yield farms that I would still recommend, but don't do anything new. Everything new that I've entered, I've gotten absolutely wrecked on. So let the inspection come through. Let them build up some momentum before you enter these yield farms. Let them be a couple months old. Now Goose is like brand spanking new, so I'm going to kind of contradict myself a little bit there. But they've survived so well through this dip and even thrived through this dip. They're at $119. They went down to 64 on Saturday, and I thought they were dead. I thought all yield farms were dying. When it popped to 110 here, I sold mine at 110. It popped to like 120 here. I felt fortunate to get out of it, and then this week it's just recovered so well. And it held through this giant sell-off. Like today at noon, when everyone was panicking, it was still $100. And I think that speaks volumes to what it's going to do in the future when the bull market revs back up. They do things a little bit differently. They buy back. Their audit was clean as a whistle. They listen to their community. Their Telegram is very, very off the hook. They're always in there answering questions. The chef is in there. But what makes me most bullish on this asset as opposed to like other yield farming assets is they charge a fee to deposit into any pools that don't force you to buy egg. So my biggest problem with these yield farms is that a lot of times that you don't even have to buy the asset to get the asset in return for farming. And they offset that by charging a 4% deposit fee. And then they take these fees and they buy egg with it to drive the price up. So there's automatic inflation coming with it. They've got a ton of pools already. And I think they will end up being a blue chip asset on Binance. I'm really bullish. I really like it. And I think it's got a lot to offer. So that's my first one of my Binance assets that I like for this week. None of these are going to be big surprises. I'm going to try to keep my Binance assets in stuff that I really like. So Barry has taken an absolute beating this week. They were up as high as like 40. They were up to $40 as recently as Friday. And then when Binance had its big dump, it got down all the way to $12.76. And I bought some at 13, but I think this is going to continue to run. This will be the chain link of Binance, Barry data. And it's also decentralized. Now, it's more of an idea at this point, but just based on the price action and how bullish I am on Binance Smart Chain, I'm willing to take a risk here. It doesn't check all my normal boxes, but like I said, it was as high as 40, and we have a chance to get in it at freaking 13 or 15 here. And it's decentralized. It's kind of a lot more like Teller than it is like Chainlink. Pretty soon you'll be able to stake. Their mainnet launch is coming soon, and they're going to have all kinds of different Oracle feeds. So I'm super bullish on this. I really like the protocol. So I bought 5 BNB worth on the dip. I would recommend you do the same. Not a financial advisor, not financial advice, just what I'm doing. I got to start saying that now so I don't get burnt. Next asset that I really like on this dip is Burgerswap. Burgerswap is really underrated, and it had quite a meteoric climb. It got all the way to $15 over the weekend, And I think it is oversold down here at 675. A lot of these swaps are going to be doing really well. Now, what I like about Burger isn't necessarily like, it's not a yield farm. It's not anything special in that regard in the liquidity providing or anything, but they've got a bridge to cross-chain assets, ERC20 to BEP20. And I think that's going to be really, really important that this function. And I think it's going to drive bullishness for Burgerswap. So again, I've covered this before, but it's on a massive dip. And I think people should look into it. I really like it. I think it's way undervalued. So look into Burgerswap. Next one that I'm really into is Helmet.insure. I got into this one really early, so I'm a little better than break even on it. I know cover insurance and all things financial insurance are basically missing from DeFi at this time, and this is the biggest one on Binance. They let you do some pretty cool things. You can stake it. You can do a lot of different things with it. You can add liquidity, and you can take out insurance policies against policies you hold, policies you supply, suppliers settlement. So this is really going to help in the advancement of DeFi. The fact that there is like insurance and swaps that you can do against certain positions. It's a little bit more than I really understand at face value. And they're looking at some different policies here that you can deposit your helmet against and insure. I'm not 100% sure how it works. I just know that it does work and that I'm super bullish on it. So definitely do your own research, but look into Helmet. As you can see, I've got some Helmet that's showing up in my wallet. I really like the position. I think it's a winner. And it took a real beating this week. I mean, it was as high as $1.80 just a couple of days ago, and now it's down to $1. So I'm super bullish on the asset. I mean, let's look at the 7-day chart. I think all of these Binance assets are going to pop back super hard tomorrow and the next day. And we'll just have to see where it plays out from there. A lot of this dump was a restructure. People are going to be moving money around, and I think a lot of it finds itself into these Binance assets. Another Binance asset that I really like is Bakery token. If the market cap were scored correctly, like on the CoinGecko, it would be really high. I mean, it's got a $894 million market cap on Binance Smart Chain. So I mean, it would be in the top 100, no doubt about it. But Bakeryswap is basically the sushi to PancakeSwap's Uniswap. You know, Bakeryswap is the second most popular swap, and I'm really bullish on it. They do some other things. They've got some NFT stuff going on. They've got a launch pad. They did this DeFi 100 thing successfully over the weekend. I didn't participate because I don't like rebase tokens. I don't really get how they work, but they do. So, and I think the launch pad, the NFT market, and all the things that this site does make me really, really bullish on it. So look into Bakeryswap. And then the last one that I've covered before too is FryWorld. And FryWorld's a yield farm, but it's got a really low market cap and a lot of price action. It's a really easy way to make some decent money. Now, let's look at the price chart. As you can see, it's really volatile, and you can play these moves between the top and bottom really easily. You just kind of got to watch your entries. And it seems like they've got it set up to where it'll peak, and then people will get their farming rewards and dump it, peak, get their farming rewards and dump it, peak again. So there's a nice opportunity to get in there and take advantage of the sell-off, get a nice entry, and ride it back up, or I like the site too. I think it's a pretty stable yield farm. I think the yield farming thing as a whole might just be dying at this point. The best place to get the price on Fry's is from the actual Fry's website, but they've still got 13.6 million in total value locked, and their market cap is 4 million. So that's kind of a no-brainer for me. So no, actually 14.3 million. Somebody must have just dumped a buttload of money into Fry's. But so to recap, I think Goose is going to do big things. Berry Data is going to do big things. Burgerswap's going to do big things. Helmet's going to do big things. FryWorld's going to do big things, and I feel like and Helmet's going to do big things. So check these out, do your own research. I think this sell-off was just a short blip in the explosion that's going to be Binance Smart Chain. Nothing has changed. I mean, even in the sell-off, Ethereum gas fees got all the way up to I think it was $280 for a Uniswap swap. So this problem isn't going away. And people may say that Binance is centralized and all that, but that's fine as long as I don't have to pay $300 a transaction in gas. So that's all I got for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and have a good one.